Newsflash! Hey, would you like to see the Spice Girls as superhero secret agents? No? Then why the hell is Totally Spies such a big damn deal? Totally Spies is what you would get if you took the concept of Charlie's Angels, turned the characters into vapid Valley Girls, and made the whole thing with animation and dub quality that's on par with some of the infamously bad anime dubs from the 90s. The show was originally created by the French-Canadian studio Marathon Production. Premiering in 2001, the original cut was made in French, but an American dub of the series was licensed out to Cartoon Network. And if this was the first thing Stuart Snyder and Robert Scorcher saw when they took over CN, no wonder they've wanted to destroy that network. Let's get started. So the show focuses on the adventures of Alex, Sam, and Clover, who are three of the top agents for the secret organization WHOOP, the World Organization of Human Protection. Okay, that's still better than making an organization of evil with the acronym Love Muffin.
Yeah, what's with all the drool? I think I'm in love. Must find out who he is.
Am I watching a show about secret agents or Wedding Peach? Yeah, this is a great way to introduce our heroes. The first one whose personality we really get to see is one whose biggest trait is that she's boy crazy. Heck, the first thing she does when the ladies get their assignment for this pilot is determine how she can use it to nail the current guy she's hot for.
You mean we get to be in a real band? When Damon finds out, he'll toss Mandy like a day-old muffin and come running straight to me. He'll see me as his musical equal. I'll be irresistible.
I just adore your early work.
We have early work?
Hey, you guys should come to the recording studio and hang out. It'll be a blast.
Sounds like fun. We'd love to go.
It actually becomes a plot point that her emotion toward him is used against her, as the story is about mind-controlling songs that make her even more drawn to him or something like that.
I'm Ricky and I'm your master. Follow me as I spread disaster. Take over the government, do as I say. I'll rule the world and you'll obey?
Jeez, and I thought the Sacred Cows had blatant kill the man lyrics. Watch Get Smart, people! Okay, so I guess I need to actually introduce these characters, even though I'm not sure why, as they're almost carbon copies with different hair. Sam is pretty much the leader of this trio. She's supposed to be the smart one, but that doesn't stop her from having her own blonde moments.
It's not so bad. Gray hair is distinguishing, right? Totally. I'll just get rid of it. Don't pluck it. 5 more will grow in its place. Thought you said it was no big deal.
1 hair is no big deal. 5 is an irreversible trend.
But I don't even want 1 gray hair.
The actual blonde is Clover, who is easily the most annoying of this group, taking the typical Valley Girl attitude to the totally max!
Oh, it was easy. The manager of the arena has a cousin who lives next door to a guy who's best friends with a man who married a childhood classmate of the mother of a guy I know from the football team. I just flirted with him and he got the tickets for me.
Wow. I guess it really is who you know.
Then finally there's Alex, and she's the hardest to pinpoint. She's supposedly the athletic one and more tomboyish, but there's quite a few times when she can be just as valley vapid as Clover.
New Whoop state-of-the-art technology? Please! The Evappo Blaster's nothing but a glorified hairdryer!
I agree.
So we eventually find out that these girls are in fact high school students living in Beverly Hills. Oh goody, because the last show I reviewed involving teenagers from Beverly Hills was such a joy! They're combined M and Q for this series as Jerry, who I think is the founder of this organization or something or other.
We're called the Spies? That is so lame.
Yeah, totally unimaginative.
It was my idea.
Oh!
Wait, this old balding guy is the head of a spy organization with a pompous accent. Aha! Alfred's been pulling double duty! So once more, surprise, surprise, we never find out just when or why these three were recruited into being secret agents.
I thought this whole spy gig was supposed to be fun. So much for the days of exciting missions in exotic places.
And this is where the whole concept just doesn't make a fat lot of sense to me. Kim Possible, for all purposes, chose to become a save-the-world superwoman on her own volition, and all of her jobs were more or less volunteer. Actually pursuing high school girls to travel the entire world at an agency's beck and call to put their lives at risk while still expecting them to maintain a normal high school schedule? This type of secret double life is Hannah Montana taken to the level of what the hell were they smoking to get this idea? 2 words, Jerry. Private tutors. They get their education and be your available agents all in one. Oh, but then we wouldn't have all these hilarious, aggravating, standard conflicts between the libbies of the high school, now would we? This group is led by Mandy, who is someone that Veronica Lodge would call a bitch.
I hate to squash your hopes, girls, but I'll be winning that contest hands down.
Not with that costume, you won't.
Excuse me, what costume?
Oh, aren't you dressed as a wannabe teen queen today? Or were they having a sale on So 2 Years Ago at the mall?
Yep, I don't at all regret graduating high school a semester early. These faux antagonists are almost pointless. There are later episodes where Mandy becomes vital to the main story, but for the most part, their appearances before and after the main conflict is negligible. Bonnie usually had a purpose on Kim Possible, as her diva attitude challenged Kim to try and prove herself, whether such proof was warranted or not. Bulk and Skull were comic relief in Power Rangers, and their characters developed substantially over the years they were in the series. These characters serve no purpose except to aggravate our protagonists for shallow reasons that have no connection to the story's main conflict at all. Almost every episode starts with one or more of the girls having some sort of personal life-threatening crisis to deal with, usually Clover trying to lure her true love of the week or in some stupid competition with Mandy, before they get called in by Jerry. Yeah, despite the girls having communicators, rather than signal them that way when needed, Jerry just sets up trap doors across the entire world in spots he figures they'll be at exactly the right moment, so he can send them screaming down chutes to Whoop headquarters, always at inopportune moments.
Well, so glad you could drop in, ladies.
Like we had a choice.
Is it me, or is this whole whooping experience getting weirder and weirder?
I prefer to call it thinking outside the box. And now for your gear. Earring microphone communicators, laser lipstick, wind tunnel blast strained hairdryers, jetpack backpacks.
I got tips on the butterfly barrette bomb.
The 5-carat data processor pendant is all mine.
Okay, if that was the kind of stuff Avon sold, I would gladly give their salesman scam jobs a try. Ugh, this whole show just seems way too ultra-girly, like the problems so many had with Final Fantasy X2.
Wouldn't you rather hang out with us than some dim-witted musician?
Yeah, I guess so. Only, I just can't help liking Damon. Call me crazy, but I just have this thing for musicians. I've got to find a way to get his attention off of Mandy and onto me.
Yes, Kim was a teenager who dealt with issues like trying to succeed in class and dating, along with her other responsibilities, but that show made her a strong, likable heroine who simply had flaws. Sam is perhaps the closest we get to a Kim type of strong lead, ironic that she's the redhead, but the other two, I think Alicia Silverstone and Clueless had more depth.
Yeah, you finally come to your senses.
I just decided that it's really dumb to fall for every guy with a guitar in his hands.
Excuse me, can anyone tell me where the music room is? I'm new and I'm kind of lost.
I'd be happy to take you to the music room.
I guess this means she's back into musicians.
Something tells me she never got over them.
The second episode takes their vapidness even further. Jerry has supposedly retired and was replaced with this younger, hotter version named Mac that all the girls swoon over. Given that he practically caters to their whim and everywhere he sends them they get attacked, everyone watching with a functioning brain cell should see it coming that he's an imposter. But no, the girls don't figure it out until it's too late, not even Sam, who's supposed to be the smart one, and it's Jerry that saves the world in the end. Okay, it was after the girls saved his life, but that's beside the point. Almost every episode gives me something new to hate about these so-called spies. The third has them supposedly going on vacation to Hawaii, only to find volcanoes are spontaneously erupting and people are disappearing.
Whoop has a volcano research lab in Iceland. Maybe they can answer our questions.
Iceland, where it's like all icy?
And I'm guessing most of you know the big research fail here, that being that Iceland is not covered in ice! Heck, the reason Whoop would have a volcano research lab there is because Iceland has active volcanoes, which I'm thinking is a big reason why it's not covered in ice. Ah, but I'm a cartoon writer. I don't need to think.
This phony volcano was once an archvillain's hideout. Now I use it for our annual field test.
You were testing us?
Did we pass?
No. The lava got you before you could save the world, so you all have to undergo retraining.
Wow. Jerry's kind of an asshole. The 7th episode story made even less sense. It's the standard evil doppelganger story where a mad scientist makes clones of the girls and sends them to rob banks everywhere. Jerry naturally thinks it's the real girls and looks to not only capture them, but implant chips in their brains to stop them. What the hell? Not only are we supposed to believe up to this point that these ladies and Jerry have worked together for some time before the first episode, but the guy's head of a spy ring. People in this line of work use elaborate disguises and impersonate people all the time. It doesn't cross his mind first that maybe these might be imposters and not just the agents he's had full trust in up to this point, completely turned for no good reason. If I were the girls, I'd have given him a double middle finger and quit on the spot after that. But no, for them apparently pelting him with snowballs is enough punishment for his lack of faith.
I hope you girls will accept my sincerest apology.
Apology?
You'll be collecting your pension by the time you're done making this up to us.
Oh, Snowball! Girl, please, listen, I'm sorry!
And you know what else? The later seasons are when things actually get stupid!
These people are nuts. Felicia is growing our hair so she can harvest it and make her wigs. It's her hair treatment that's making us so weak.
See, this is why I don't buy any hair products that weren't endorsed by Mia Hamm.
I'd like to know why you're lasering holes in the ozone.
Believe it or not, it was the simplest way to bring out the sun. And the hotter the sun, the hotter my sunblock cells.
Yeah, not a good sign when Terror of Radio Dead Air could come up with a better motive for that plot.
This is a plot by the great Bond villain-esque Ginger Conspiracy to make you all understand what it's like to be us. You will feel our pain, and you will dread the sun as we do.
You're turning kids into mindless animals. Why? What's in it for you?
Simple. What's in it for me is whatever used to be in them. I think I'll pass on this one.
She stores the talent in those little cubes.
You know, it might not be the best idea to copy plot elements from Space Jam.
With this data virus, I can turn you into a data terminal. A node in my grand network.
Resistance is a waste of time.
I'm gonna let Linkara handle that one.
Really? You're really ripping off the Borg from Star Trek? Yeah, you can go to hell.
We're never going to land. I'm going to fly the friendly skies with my new celebrity friends forever and ever.
You did all this because of one man. What about all the other guys you've zombified?
Oh, they all dumped me too. There are a lot of angry, hurt women out there, and we all want revenge.
What's happening?
Somehow everything and everyone is turning all retro.
You know, I have truly never seen villain plots this ridiculous since Stripperella! It's as if there was a buried treasure trove of lost plots from that show that these writers uncovered and decided using them was a good idea. Yeah, I can actually picture a marathon producer digging up the ground in Stan Lee's backyard, unearthing a box, and saying, "Oh, breast implants that make you fat? This stuff is genius!" Believe it or not, this series is still going on, albeit very slowly. The 5 seasons that have since been released did so over a span of 7 years, with a 6th scheduled for release in 2013. Man, and we complained about how slow the Justice League episodes came out. So yes, to sum it up, Totally Spies is totally lame! The concept of the show is good, and the premise of a lot of the episodes could work, but it just gets derailed by characters that are as annoying as all get out. It may have been going for a parody of Spies, using teen girl versions of James Bond, but the execution just fails by putting in too much Valley Girl stereotypes. I give Marathon Studios credit for trying, and maybe the original French version is better in the writing and characterization, which is one of the big reasons I hesitate to review dubbed adaptations. But this version? Yeah, your guess is as good as mine as to why Cartoon Network keeps picking it up, because it's completely stupid and not in the fun way for me. And now that I've pissed off all my female viewers, I guess it's time to go after another group of people. Tune in next time when we get mad, won't take it anymore, and stick it to those who want to stick it to the man.